Hey, this is Catherine Saunders. Just a little update here on my life. I got my hair washed, so it's all fluffy again. Boy, I should have got a lot of it cut off, though. I hadn't really realized how short it was, because, again, the whole not looking in mirrors things. But, see, doctor appointment for today, or I should say Monday, was canceled due to snow. Still waiting for that to be rescheduled. And I have a trach change on Wednesday. That's when I go into the hospital to the outpatient procedure place. And they pop the old, well, they take the hoses off, obviously. They pop the trach out of my throat and they pop a new one in. And I'm good for another month. I usually do it under sedation because I'm a very difficult patient. I've been told by like every pulmonologist who's worked on me. So my stoma's very tight. Already tried to have it revised once, but it's shrunk back down. It's covered in granulomas or something. They removed some, but they've come back. So it's hard to pull the trach out. It's hard for the doctor to pull the trach out and push the new one in. And it's very painful for me when they do it. So they give me a little propofol, a little of, Michael's milk, Jackson's juice, what I want to call it. And I take a nice little nap. Wake up kind of cranky in recovery. And I come home. And my sister wanted to know if I could vlog that. I don't know if any of my caregivers really care to be in the procedure room during the trach change, or if they care to try to hold a camera and not throw up or faint.
I do it.
Okay, yeah, I'm like graveyard caregiver here. I'm trying to protect people's anonymity unless they don't care. Just call her Gravy. Whatever. No, she is. She's just volunteered to do it, but the procedure's at 11 a.m. Well, that's this check-in time, which means the procedure will probably actually be about 12:30, which means it'll probably be about, I have no idea what time they'll actually do it and what time I'll get home. Those are just some of the things I gotta deal with. So I signed up for Skillshare. This is silly. I've heard Skillshare is a scam. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Maybe I should check my bank balance right now. I don't know. But I was just listening to someone who had just uploaded a video like today or yesterday, and they said something like the first 200 people to click on the link in his description would get 2 months free premium of Skillshare, and that's 3 classes. So I signed up for 2 classes on vlogging and editing. So hopefully you'll see an improvement. Maybe if I find enough other things to talk about and do this on the regular, I can do things like buy a circle light and not worry about the rest of the crummy lighting around here, and the other professional stuff. Yeah, I know in the last couple of videos, the Amberlin reaction videos, I was wearing headphones. I don't really need them for this because the camera has a built-in mic, but I was kind of trying to hide my hair. Anyway, the 3rd class is in French because I've been trying since the 8th grade to learn it. And so I actually watched several videos today. Actually learned a few new words. understood a little bit more about the grammar. So maybe I won't sound like such a dork the next time I encounter one of my French friends online. I admit that I'm a Francophile. That is one of my dreams, but, much like in the, I can't remember the name of the song now. Heck, I'm even blanking on who sang it. Now I feel stupid. Nelson Marianne Faithful sang it. Shel Silverstein wrote it. And it's called The Ballad of, at the age of 37, she realized she'd never drive through Paris in a sports car with the warm wind in her hair. I can't. That's why not even the whole chorus. What the hell is that song called? There's in Thelma and Louise. It's also in a great foreign film called Montenegro, about a woman who basically runs off with a bunch of gypsies, has some wild sex, kills a gypsy, runs back home, kills her family, the end. I don't know. But the song was in that movie too. So I guess there's not much else to update, except for the fact that it did snow. I haven't actually seen the snow because my husband is really paranoid and keeps all the curtains shut constantly because he seems to think the neighbors would be obsessed with seeing our every move. So I usually have to be told what the weather is. So that's one of my struggles. That was something else I wanted to bring up, okay? I made a third Amberlynn video addressing part 3 of her struggles. And for some reason, every time I saved it as an MP4, just like I did all the others, I didn't do anything different. I didn't try to play with any settings, but every time I saved it and, it encoded and did all of its thing, the sound would go away. I find that a lot for Windows Movie Maker, but it turns out what I've been using isn't Windows Movie Maker. It's another brand that just kind of like borrowed the name, I think. I found it in the Microsoft Store, and I'm dumb enough to think that most things in the Microsoft Store are going to be Microsoft products, but not so. This is called Windows. It doesn't have Windows in the name. They weren't that brazen, but it's called Movie Maker 10. Tell your story, and up till now it has worked fine. But now, every time I save this project, I can't get any audio, and all of the fixes that I find that are supposed to work for Windows Movie Maker do not work for Movie Maker 10. Tell your story. And now it seems like I've lost all of the raw data. I tried to do a restore, but it seems like even the project files that I had created and saved that had sound, now they're gone. So that was an hour-and-a-half video after I edited it, and it had a lot of crying. And I don't want to do it again. I want to try to figure out how to recover the data files, if they are recoverable. But I have some other struggles I want to talk about. Some things that hopefully Amberlynn will never have to deal with. Like, right now I'm in the process of getting a new wheelchair. Last month I went up to OHSU and saw the neurologist and got a prescription for a wheelchair. And I got an email a while back from a lady who said, Do you want to go all the way back up to Portland to HSU for rehab for the chair, or do you want to do it in Salem? And I said Salem. Or she said, if I had home health care, I could do it in my own house, which, all my caregivers and my nurse are through home health care, but she seemed kind of doubtful that that counted as home health care. Like, maybe because I don't have a physical therapist coming out to see me or whatever. So she said, let's do it in Salem, and she would try to get me a referral. Excuse me, that's all a week ago. I've been waiting on that. But in the meantime, this wheelchair that I'm in is falling to pieces around me. And the biggest issue is I can't raise or lower the footrests to put my legs in a comfortable position because, they're electronic and the servos are worn out. And so I always have to sit with my legs and feet in the same position. It's hard for me to move them, to rearrange them. Plus, one of the leg rests, the latching mechanism, how the leg rests in wheelchairs can swing out. The latching mechanism is broken, so it's always swinging out, keeping my leg in an uncomfortable position. And, some of the things, like on the control box here, the joystick actually popped off yesterday morning, and we searched the kitchen, I had caregivers searching everywhere, and one finally found it in the dryer. I have no idea. I mean, we've tried to come up with theories about, was it stuck in my sling, and my sling got washed and dried? Did it get stuck in the towels when we washed my hair and they got washed and dried? Did it get stuck in the other things that got washed and dried? How did the stupid joystick get stuck or get into the dryer? And then there's a little rubber control panel that controls the speed and so on for the chair that keeps popping off. I'm afraid it's gonna pop off and we won't know where it is. Maybe it'll end up in the dryer too. Who knows? And that's just the wheelchair. And that's just the problems I can think of. Oh, plus, I was working so long and hard on that part 3 of the Amberlin reaction that I ignored that I was sitting on a major wrinkle or crease in the cushions or sling under my leg, and now I've got this giant knot of a pressure sore as well as other smaller areas. But I mean, that one, it is hard. It doesn't feel like a bump or a lump. It feels like a knot. And so I've had to have my caregivers be, extra careful about getting me in the chair so that I don't end up sitting on it again and making it worse. And when I go to bed, they have to massage it with, Vagabond and crap like that. And, that's stuff that Amberlin is going to have to worry about if she's not careful. But my other big concern is my Hoyer lift is a piece of crap. And evidently I've had it so not long enough to get a new one and have Medicare cover it. Medicare or Medicaid, whichever. I honestly don't even know what the difference is. I just know I never have to pay for anything, including hospital stays, so woohoo for socialism. Especially since, honestly, my work career was never that long. I've been unemployed probably twice as long as I was ever employed, so if someone wanted to really sit down and go, oh, well, you definitely spent whatever you paid into Social Security and whatever interest it earned, and you're gonna end up on the street homeless and dead. That could happen. I mean, it's just one of my fears. not a big fan of the current administration. But let's not talk politics. Let's talk freaking Hoyer lift. I can't get another one for like another year or something. And this one, the hydraulics are shot. It's hard for people to lift me because the handle just creaks and squeaks, and there's no hydraulic power pressure behind it, so it takes forever to move me around. And also yesterday, the handle actually kind of like popped out of joint, so that I was just like suspended in air, not at a height where it could do anything with me, like put me back in bed or put me in a wheelchair or whatever. So now that's a fear that that handle's gonna pop out of joint again, and whatever caregivers are on duty, whichever caregivers are on duty won't know how to put it back in. So it was a good thing Joel and the caregiver for Sunday morning figured out how to do it, but I don't know if that knowledge got shared. So it's just really dangerous and scary, to be honest. I don't want to be stuck in a position where I can't be lowered into my chair, or I can't be raised out of my bed, or vice versa. I don't know what to do. We called my supply company, Norco, to ask if they had any lifts, any Hoyer lifts, like that we could just borrow until this one is fixed, because a guy came out like 2 weeks ago now, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago to look at it and diagnose the problem and order the parts. We haven't heard back from him. And so, we called the supply company to ask if we could just borrow a lift until, this one is fixed. And they said they don't have any lifts at the moment. They probably won't until Friday at the earliest. Like, that's crazy. So, if the lift goes out, I might be vlogging from bed, saying hello. It's another day in bed with me and my electric blanket, and maybe I could do a stuffed animal of the day thing, since I have a gajillion stuffies in my room. I don't know. This has been a very boring vlog, because my life has revolved around since Sunday afternoon when I recorded it, trying to get that stupid Amberlynn reaction part 3 video back. So it's crazy. It's so frustrating when things don't work the way you expect them to or want them to. And yes, I did find out. I was just thinking I might know where I might have accidentally backed up some of that data, but no, it's still screwed up. I did find out that even though there's no longer Windows Live Essentials, Movie Maker, whatever. Excuse me, my lungs are getting a little rattly. Anyway, since they discontinued that, in a recent update of Windows 10, they do have a video editor, simply called Video Editor. But since I can't get to the raw data files, they have the audio track. I can't import that into the video editor. And of course, just importing the soundless video doesn't give it sound automatically. Trust me, I've tried many times. So that's where I'm at right now. And so I will hopefully find some way to either recover that data so that I can at least like remember what I said and try to recreate the video in a different program. Maybe I'll just say, forget it, that was like too much. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an update Wednesday afternoon if I feel up to it, letting you know how the trig change went. Other than that, don't got much else to say, so when I think of something, I'll let you know. So, catch you on the flip side.